Hey everyone, welcome to day 14 of what I learned today. So there's no vlog footage for today because I was working at the theater all day. It was noon until 10 p.m. so I didn't get to do a whole lot of stuff. But every 7 days I'm going to do a special version of what I learned today where I recap the last week. So today I'll be talking about day 8 through day 14. So what I learned today, which is day 14. So every week I'm going to make this long form video. It's not going to be as short. It's going to be however long it really ends up being today. This is the first time. But I did fulfill my goal from last week of making this weekly video. Day 7 was all about compromises. I was going to do a video similar to this one, but I had to compromise between being with friends and doing that, and for the first week I made that compromise. But this week I'm battening down the hatches and I'm making this video, so I'm really happy with that. But anyways, let's get right into the recap. Okay, so day 8 dealt with precise language. I'm going to do two things with each of these days for the recap. I'm going to talk about the production of each day and the lesson, and if I've had any new thoughts or changed my mind about what I learned, just anything I thought about each video. So day 8, precise language. We'll start with the production. This was one of the last videos where the main part of the video was a little bit awkward with the production. I was doing it in my car on my way home from work, and it was a little awkward, holding it weird. The audio isn't great. I'm not focused on what I'm saying, so this is one of the last times I did it in that sort of manner. I definitely think that this sort of format can work when it's done well. I like being able to talk about what I learned more in the moment instead of doing it later in this nice lighting setup. I do like that, but I think that more work has to be put in to make it look good, because I don't think the car audio and the video really works that well, and it's just a little bit too casual for what I like. So after this day, I really realized what I didn't like in the last, basically up to that point of day 8, production-wise. But really, the lesson, I ran into another situation where precise language was important. And I was at work, and another situation occurred where precise language was important, because it's not that crazy important to be efficient when you're talking to someone, but it really doesn't hurt to be efficient with your words and say exactly what you mean. Nobody really likes spending time recapping what you say and trying to figure it out and doing a bunch of interpretation dances. It's better to be exactly right on point with your words and not have to worry that your words are being misconstrued. So this is definitely one of the lessons that I'm going to have to work to implement over time. I was not able to implement it right on day 8, and I'm going to have to keep working on it in the future. But again, this lesson is really important. Just be mindful of what you say and try and use your words really carefully if you can. On to day 9. Now this is a turning point in this series. As soon as I made this, as soon as I finished recording it and editing it, I knew that this was the best day I've done so far. I think I did an excellent job of showing different vlog content, and also the main part of the video is dynamic. I have a lot of personality added to it. I personally think it's really entertaining. The lesson is fun, but yeah, I just had so much fun recording it. I think it was really funny. From the production to the actual lesson, I think was really funny. And just overall, I'm really proud of this day. And as soon as I release this one, I'm kind of backlogged with it. But see, like, I'm going to talk about this and it's already going to have happened. But when I release day 9, I'm going to be sharing it with everyone that I know so they can watch it. I wasn't really keen on sharing any of the previous days because I think that I could still improve. I think I could have still improved on the old ones, and I think this is a turning point in the quality of video, and these are the kind of videos that I want to make. But for the lesson specifically, I think it's really fun. You know, the lesson that avocados oxidize is pretty cool. I've told many different people since that day, and they've all found it pretty interesting that avocados oxidize. And, you know, they ask questions. It's something that everyone can relate to, oddly enough, is avocados. I don't even like avocados. Most people don't even eat avocados. Guacamole is really popular, obviously, but it was just really ridiculous. It's a fun fact, and the fact that I was so animated about it, and I also wasn't afraid to say that I didn't know something, and just overall, day 9 was a great video. I hope all of you agree with me. If you have any critique about any of these videos, this is what this series is all about. Improving, learning, growing, getting better. So just because I like something and it's my favorite does not mean it's your favorite, and you should tell me why. Not to put the burden on you. I'm definitely improving by myself enough. So that was day 9. Day 10 was speaking genuinely. Now, I really like the vlog footage from this. Normally when I do something mildly interesting and that's not involving just sitting around kind of and going to see friends, I get some decent vlog footage. So this particular day I was helping out my friend build a computer, and that lended itself to some really nice footage at the beginning and the end of the video. I'm always really happy when I get to stretch my video making chops and my cinematography chops, if you would. So I really like that. This was also the first video where the main part was with this new lighting setup, and like I said in one of the previous videos, I don't remember the specific one, but I talked about how by the end of these 100 days my videos would be substantially better in quality, and I think I took that leap in between day 9 and 10. I got these new lights, and I think compared to day 7, where admittedly I literally just used the light, the flash on my phone to shoot that, and I got red eye and it looks just abysmal. Compared to day 9 in the main video, it looks 10 times better. And as soon as I did it with this new lighting setup, I realized that this is what a lot of my videos need to look like. Not specifically, but this is the quality standard that it needs to be at. I really want to put all of my effort into making this video series, and I have a certain level of quality that I'm striving for, and that's my standard, and I think day 10 is a great starting point for what I want the production to look like. And I want it to continue getting better. I don't foresee myself releasing a video that is not of the same quality or better. I would not be proud to release a video that is of lesser quality than day 10. So if I do, keep me in check, let me know, be like, hey, the quality has dropped, fix this crap because it looks bad and I don't want to watch it. I don't want to put anything out that I'm not proud of, but sometimes things slip by. But the actual lesson for day 10 is something that has resonated since then. Nothing necessarily new. I think it's a great lesson that just being forward and straightforward, rather, can result in really meaningful conversations. I mentioned to someone the other day that I really don't like small talk. I don't know what that says about me and my personality, but I just am not a fan of small talk. I think it's just filler. It's very emptied and shell-like, and I recognize the utility of it for someone that you don't know. But once you do know someone, I just really don't see any reason to have small talk. I'd rather get into meaningful conversation, try and figure something out, just learn from each other, and being straightforward is one of the ways to help get to that mode of conversation. So I really like this lesson, being genuine. Another one of my lessons that wasn't one of the videos is just tell the truth, or at least don't lie. This is another rule for life from Dr. Jordan Peterson's book, 12 Rules for Life, An Antidote to Chaos, which is one of the books that I'm just about to finish reading, and pretty substantial lessons there. I mentioned in day 8 about using precise language. Another one of the rules is speak the truth, and you can't be straightforward with someone without speaking the truth. So one of the lessons that is going to carry throughout this series is being genuine in the conversations. So day 11 was the drone video. Now this is the day after I started using my lighting setup, so I had a chance to test it out. I got a chance to produce a video with the lighting and see how it works, and I certainly think that I can continue to grow. I'm still trying to figure out exactly how my setup should work, but aside from the technical aspects of it, I think I use this setup that I'm in right now to express more personality. It's a little bit harder when you're sitting down, you got this whole setup, it's very manufactured, and to express a personality and energy. So this is one of the videos that I thought that I did a pretty good job of being energetic, being myself, and not just sitting down, this is what I want to say and why you should listen. So I thought I did a good job of expressing my ideas. With the lesson, actually, I talked a lot about what it would take to fly a drone, and I was doing a lot of research that day. I was reading about the FAA, the remote pilot certification, registering the drone, and I do remember seeing something about not necessarily needing the remote pilot certification or license or whatever the label is, but I kind of brushed it off because a lot of the stuff I was reading was get your certification, take the test, just do it, and then a couple days later I went back and checked, and I confirmed that you don't actually need the license unless you're doing the flying commercially. If you're making money off of flying your drone, like if you're doing it for freelance, your production company, or the gray area is YouTube. So I do look to do the drone stuff for production later on, and I also will be using it for YouTube. So I will be getting the remote pilot certification when it's the right time, but a couple days later I did have my first flight with my Mavic Air. I was at home, and my mom recorded the first flight on her camera, and that was really cool. I was such a nerd. I was like giggling so happily. Man, that was a good time. But it didn't last very long because the SD card I had did not record in 4K, and then I switched to 1080 and I lost video feed on my drone. I was doing some research from then until now. I'm still doing research, and no one else has had this problem with the Mavic Air. For some reason, I can still control it, but I don't get any video feed to my phone from the drone. And the only way to reset the camera setting is by like updating the firmware. So long story short, I got it up in the air. I recorded a little bit of 4K, but it is not good quality because I don't have the right read or the right speed on the SD card. I didn't at the time. So I'm still trying to figure it out, and hopefully I'll find a solution soon so I can actually start using it. So that was day 11. Day 12 was meal shakes. So on the production side, I was at home when I recorded that, and I didn't have this whole lighting setup. This is the first time after the lighting setup where I had to record at home, and I think I did pretty good. I did my best with the situation. The recording quality, the main part, wasn't as good as I had wanted it to be. So I'm going to have to improve a little bit while I'm at home. I think I get a pass when I'm not in my room at my house. So I do need to work on that. I think I did an alright job, though. I didn't have any of the lights. But with the lesson, I still don't have my meal shakes. It's been 4 days, I think, since I ran out, if I'm not mistaken. And I've adjusted a little bit. I'm still going under my calorie limit, but it's still really difficult. I did find one meal shake. I take the powder whenever I get it, and I put it in these Tupperware containers so I can just pour it into my bottle. It makes it really easy. I did find one of the containers in my cupboard, and I had that yesterday, and man, it was a blessing. I was at work, and I had it right in between my 2 shifts, and man, they just fill me up like crazy. I don't have to worry about my nutrition. So hopefully by day 16 I get my meal shakes back, because it's gonna be a glorious reunion, and I'm gonna have to make sure that they come quicker. But I mean, I'm doing okay. I've gotten used to it. I'm not eating cheese fries every day or like some crappy meal. I could do better, but I'm okay. So yesterday was day 13, which is compartmentalizing problems, which I can now pronounce apparently, but I can't pronounce. So I think the production value is getting better and better. With the main part, I'm figuring out the lights. This is kind of bold because this video could look terrible, but I'm getting better with the lights. I'm learning how to post-process the video so I can do some coloring and make it look good and make it look how I want it to be. And then the vlog footage was also pretty good. They're kind of 2 separate entities when I'm talking and when I'm vlogging. But I think both were pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. But with the actual lesson, I didn't really learn much since it was just yesterday. I didn't really get any new insights or change my mind about yesterday's lesson. So no real update from compartmentalizing problems. I've just kind of thought about it more and how to implement it, but nothing too serious, just kind of toying with the idea. So today I did have a lesson. Today's lesson was opposing viewpoints. So today is day 14. In addition to these recap videos, I also want to have another lesson, because every day you gotta learn something. So I don't want to just recap, I want to have a new lesson today as well. And that lesson is sharing opposing viewpoints can garner respect. So at work, we are talking about some issues that are social and political. I don't want to get specific because I don't want this channel to have anything to do with politics, but so we were talking and I had an opposing viewpoint and I wanted to share it, and I was kind of scared to, because it's not too uncommon for people to be demonized for sharing differing opinions. But I did share it anyways, and after some back and forth discussion and we let it rest for a while, I think what I observed was that my coworkers maybe respected me more. This is all very much perception on my part, but I think I might have garnered a little bit of respect from them, because I did go back and I'm like, hey, I hope that you guys didn't get too upset. I appreciate that you guys didn't demonize me for sharing my views, and we had a conversation, we discussed our differing points, and we all kind of learned something from it. We all took something away, and it was just a good interaction. And I've been kind of afraid to share my thoughts at certain points because of that. So I guess the lesson is, don't be afraid to say what you want because of fear of other people demonizing you or hating you. Because in my opinion, if you do share your thought, unless it's pretty bad and evil and immoral, objectively immoral, and I think you all know if you are immoral in your thinking. But aside from that exception, if you share what you think and someone still demonizes you and hates you for your thoughts and not your character, then you don't really need them in your life. That's toxic. You need people that you can discuss ideas with, challenge each other on what they think. You don't need someone that will shun you for your ideas. You need someone that will accept your ideas and criticize them, build on them, and help each other grow and build each other up. So, to summarize this week, it's been a great week. The first week, first 7 days, day 1 through 7, I was really just kind of finding my footing with this whole thing. But 8 through today, I think I really found what I wanted this to be. I got a glimpse of what I wanted this series to be, and it's really just upward movement from here. I think that this series is just going to keep getting better and better, and like I said, by day 100, I'm going to be putting out some really stellar stuff. And that's just putting faith in me, and I know that since the series is focused on growing and getting better every day, if I hold myself to that standard of getting better every day, that means for 100 days, I will get better. 100 different times I will improve just a little bit. And that adds up over time. So I can confidently say by day 100, this series is going to be something special. So if you want to take part in this ride, then go ahead and subscribe. I promise by the end of day 100 that we're going to put out some crazy stuff. So no vlog video at the end here. Thanks for sticking around, but I want to know what you learned. So leave a comment down below. What did you learn today? I want to know. Let's start a conversation so we can learn together and grow together. But with that, I'll see you tomorrow.